Hello YouTube, this time is nothing new, we're doing more picoCTF and we're doing more medium challenges of web exploitation category. So the first one is Trickster, so this challenge is about file upload vulnerability. So let's go to the website, there is no source code, so let's upload like doc.png and see what's happening in burp. It says that it is valid PHP and we uploaded it. For this challenge our goal is to upload web shell. I struggled with this, but if you go to robots.txt and then you see there is instructions.txt, we see the notes that developer left us. I didn't look at this for a long time because it's not really realistic, I guess. So it says that the application looks for .png extension in net files and then looks for magic bytes, that only the PNG in hexadecimal these 3 bytes. So all we need to do is just get a web shell. I use this one. You can copy it and go to Burp, can send this to repeater. Then we can delete this part. Then PNG. Then our web shell. And because this is PHP, we need to somehow change this to PHP, but it only checks if there is somewhere in this file there is .png, so we can just and then type .png, add extension .php, and it works. We get uploaded successfully. And then if we go to uploads directory, uploads, it's forbidden, but if we go to, wait, I'm gonna change its name to shell, and then we go to shell.png.php, we get this nice interface to run commands on. So we can run ls, for example. We see the files we uploaded. If we ls one directory up, we see this txt file. So we can cat it and we get the flag. Or you can use this find command to see all of the txt files. And here it is. Yeah, so this is the first challenge. The next challenge is no SQL injection. So we need to just get the flag. It doesn't say anything else in the description, but this time we have source code. I have it already downloaded, so we can take a look at it. Okay, so this is server.js, and if we go to package.js, we can see that this is MongoDB. If we go to this login functionality, we see that email and password must start with curly brackets and end with curly brackets. And we need to probably get no SQL injection. So we can try like random. We can send this request to burp. We can send this request to repeater. Then I research MongoDB NoSQL injections and found this nice sneak article. This is not specifically in MongoDB, but yeah, just NoSQL injections. And this is the most common way to exploit this. So I tried the same way. This is the same thing. So all we need to do is I'm just gonna copy this part and then paste it here and here. Then we need to fix the JSON, so let's escape, not here, let's escape these double quotes and these double quotes, and this up here. And this is valid JSON, so we can try to send this request. And we get token, which is base 64, and if we decode it, we get the flag here. Okay, so the next challenge is SOAP. So the description says that this website was rushed and there's no security. It's very badly secured, and we need to read XXE passwd file. And this is XXE. So let's go to the web portal, and here we can click around, and we see that we get special info. And if you go to burp suite, and we see this post data, so we can send them to repeater, and we see this is XML. So I used Figure to read about this, and here is the section where we can retrieve files, and in that example they also retrieve XXE passwd. We need to define entity XML and then reference it to return it like this, so we can just copy it. And then instead of ID, let's just type this. And then if we send this, we get invalid ID, and then the file XXE with the flag, of course. So the next challenge is more SQLi. The description just tells us to find the flag, and if we go to the website, we get a login page. So I first tried very simple authentication bypass SQL, just single quote and then 1 = 1, then comment out, and the same for password, just in case, and we get logged in. So we get this search bar, which is also vulnerable to SQL. So the first thing I need to figure it out is what database this is. So I use this SQL injection cheat sheet. We can come down to database version discovery and run these commands to see which one returns the version. So if we try this, we would see that we get a version. So this is SQLite, because L here means SQLite. So then I needed to get more information about the tables. So I went to SQLite main page, and SQLite has this table, the schema table called SQLite schema. This is called name SQLite schema, but there is alternative names as like SQL master and these ones. So in this case, it's called SQLite master, and it contains type, but table name, root page, and SQL. But in this case, we can get name and SQL, and it's fine. So let's do select name SQL null, because there are 3 columns here, SQL master, and we get that there are 5 tables. And if we look at table called more table, we see there is flag, which is text. So let's just get the flag. We use the same union statement, and we get the flag. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.